was the famous writer William Arthur Ward who said, "Opportunities are like sunrises. If you wait too long, you miss them." A beautiful reminder on a day like today when we tend to take it easy. I do hope you had a restful weekend and perhaps resting still for the work week ahead, readying yourselves to seize every chance that comes your way. Hello there. Welcome to this edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Adrian Atkinson. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back after this break when we'll have more.
So, Bonnie, you renew your road license yet?
Babes, the road have me away. I can't even find time, but you know money for me.
Because see, I shall out them money the back for late fee and record fee when you sit down make your road license expire upon you.
Well, transport authority so we can apply online. And that may I go to now.
Operators of public passenger vehicles and commercial carriers, renew your road license before April 1 and avoid late penalty. A message from the Transport Authority.
Human resources, the basis on which all societies are built. But as we grow and continue to develop, we must educate and train people to steady said foundation. This is what institutions like the Heart NSTA Trust are doing. In this week's Get the Facts, we learn more.
Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm Theodore Henry. The Human Employment and Resource Training National Service Training Agency, or as most of us know it, the Heart NSTA Trust, plays a crucial role in equipping Jamaicans with the skills and the knowledge needed to succeed in today's dynamic workforce. As industries continue to evolve, so too is Heart, adapting its training programs to meet the changing demands of both the local and the global job market. Now, to give us an update on its latest developments, we're joined by Managing Director, Dr. Tanisha Ingleton. Dr. Ingleton, thank you for joining us.
Not a challenge, it is indeed a pleasure.
All right, let's jump into getting some facts. What's the range of training programs currently being offered by Heart NSTA Trust?
Okay, so thank you so much for that question. But before I answer that, I want the public to know that the Heart NSTA Trust has a tripartite obligation.
All right.
So since the merger in 2020, the Heart NSTA Trust has expanded its function, it has expanded its mandate to not only just training, but service and lifelong learning. Hence the S in the NSTA that we're not so used to. And so we took on the Jamaica Foundation for Lifelong Learning, JFLL, as a lot of people would know it as.
Remember that.
Right, and we took on the National Youth Service, NYS, and we also had before the Apprenticeship Board. So we are now able to offer a range of services that is not limited to training. And so it's important that when we speak about the Heart NSTA Trust, we speak about this tripartite obligation. So for the training arm, the training aspect, we offer training, skills training, on-the-job training. There's work experience as well. We ensure that individuals get opportunity in apprenticeship so that they can be work ready as soon as they're finished with those initiatives. For the service component, we work with the Jamaica Defense Force. So we have the Jamaica National Service Corps, where our trainees get that opportunity to get that disciplinary military preparation from the Jamaica Defense Force, and of course the skills training component. So they enter the world of work more focused, more disciplined, and with a lot of employability skills.
Because experience comes with all that.
Exactly. And then we also have the lifelong learning, where individuals it doesn't matter the age, whether you're 70, 72, and we would have had quite a number of individuals who would have passed the age of 70, passing through the Heart NSTA Trust. If it is that you want to upskill, to reskill, to change even your career, the Heart NSTA Trust has a program for you. And so that's our lifelong learning component. We offer career guidance, we offer coaching to ensure that all Jamaicans have the requisite skills that they need, the requisite competencies that they need. We will come into your workplace, right into your organization and offer training within that particular space in whatever area it is that you may have a need.
Right.
We have a very robust national training and programs division with individuals who are high skilled, high talented individuals who also customize training programs on demand. So the Heart NSTA Trust has really expanded its reach. We have expanded our mandate. We look at the demographics and what we are working with. Who are these young people that are coming up in the system now, and what is it that they would most want to relate to? And so even in terms of our technology is state of the art.
That's interesting, Doc, because I wanted to ask you, how does Heart NSTA Trust decide what programs to offer?
Okay, and that's an excellent question. We do quite a number of things. We look at the demographic, our young people. How are they now? What are they thinking? What is it that is enticing and interesting them?
Okay, so that's them.
That's them, right. We also look at world trends, what's taking place across the globe. How are other countries that are first world countries operating in the TVET landscape? What are the different programs that they're offering? Right. We also do our forecasting in terms of the industries that serve Jamaica right now and how those industries, if expanded, how those could contribute to the growth of the economy. Yeah. So for example, the construction industry is a booming industry in Jamaica. Do we have enough people in Jamaica with the skills that are needed in the construction industry to ensure that that aspect of the economy is advanced? And so that is one strategy that we use. The manufacturing industry, we look at that industry to see how many individuals do we have trained in these particular areas that fit under manufacturing to ensure that when the employers say we need an individual for a particular job, that we are ready to provide those individuals.
But Doc, if I could just jump in here. So manufacturing, construction, they exist. But also, I'm pretty sure we'll be looking at emerging industries like AI is a
definitely, right, definitely. And so we would have we're very, very proud of ourselves at Heart NSTA Trust because we're far advanced in that regard. We would have invested millions of dollars in technology to ensure that we have equipped our labs with optoelectronics technology, aerial robotics, the 3D printing, additive manufacturing, right? So all of those are already resident within the Heart NSTA Trust. We would have trained our instructors as well in these new and emerging areas, renewable energy, right? To ensure that we have the very, very best. We would have been sending quite a number of our trainees abroad as well to get even greater experience, greater exposure. And we have what we call the Teach for Heart, where we train the individuals who are trainees up to the level of instructor. And right? And then they are now the ones in the classroom. So we have really been, we've been really innovative in terms of how is it that we ensure that we respond to industry demands. We also speak to industry. So we invite industry to the table. What is happening in your sector right now? What is it that you need? How can we help you? What are the different things that you're seeing that if it is at heart should be plugging more in these areas, then you would be getting better employees.
All of that comes together to form how you choose your programs.
That is right.
Great. Doc, you're giving us so much, but we're going to take a break right now. Please don't go anywhere. We're still talking Heart NSTA Trust with Dr. Tanisha Ingleton. Please stay with us.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica. Original.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We're looking into the work and the offerings of the Heart NSTA Trust, and with us is Managing Director Dr. Tanisha Ingleton. Dr. Ingleton, you mentioned something in our first segment, and I want to pick on it a little bit with this question.
Yes.
Who is the Heart NSTA Trust for?
The Heart NSTA Trust is for everybody, everybody. And what I mean by that is, if it is that you are just starting your career, the Heart NSTA Trust is for you. Yeah. If you're coming out of high school, and you're not sure how is it that you want to advance, the Heart NSTA Trust is for you. We offer scholarships for tertiary education. We have our LIFT program that you can use as part of your gap year experience year. If it is that you want to reskill, upskill, if you have a PhD, Heart NSTA Trust is for you. It is for everybody. We believe in the TVET ecosystem.
Right.
And so we affect early childhood, primary, secondary, all the way up to tertiary. And then, of course, there is industry. Those individuals who are already in work, whether it's in private sector organization or the public sector.
Hence the coming into company.
That is right. The Heart NSTA Trust is for every Jamaican.
It's for every Jamaican. It's for every Jamaican. Now, we were talking about some of the new programs, and a couple of names have been coming up for me, mechatronics and horticulture.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's that about? You know, but I figure that as Heart positions itself to take advantage of these emerging trends, some people might have a little concern. Okay, so I come to Heart. You mentioned even the lifelong learners who are 77.
Oh, yes.
I come into Heart. I do the service thing. I do the TVET thing. Doc, am I going to really get a job?
Oh, definitely. And that's the beauty of the Heart NSTA Trust, because our certification has so much currency that everybody wants an individual in their space that would have been trained at Heart. As a matter of fact, for the tourism industry, before the individuals are even completed training, they are taken up by all those hotels on that belt in St. Anne, moving all the way down Trelawney to Montego Bay. They are taken up and they are spoken of very highly. Even overseas, individuals are recruiting them before they complete their training program. They're recruiting them for the overseas market. That is the currency that the Heart NSTA Trust certification has, and it is a certificate that you can use right across the world because it is recognized.
Hold on, you can't breeze past that. You have to say that. Come on. It is a certification that is international.
Yes, it is. You can use it right across the world.
Wow.
That is the beauty of our certification, and that's why we are so proud of what we do. We really do ensure that our trainees are at the highest level, and so employability skills is not an appendage to the curriculum. It is integrated into the curriculum. And so when you leave, not only with the technical pieces, but how do you show up for work?
Right.
How do you speak truth to power? How do you have difficult conversations? You know, these pieces are important for you, not only to get a job, but to maintain it. And that is what we focus on with our trainees, that we are not only preparing you to go into an interview and get that job with your fancy certification, we want you to be able to retain that job.
Yeah.
And you can only do that with those solid foundational transversal skills that we teach at the Heart NSTA Trust.
I think you've answered a question I wanted to ask about. Some might say, okay, that sounds big and I don't have any prior skills, but you have said Heart is for everybody.
It is, yes.
The skilled and the not yet skilled.
And the individuals who are not able to read and write, the Heart NSTA Trust is for you as well. If it is that you would have advanced through high school or you didn't even get high school education, we can take you into the Heart NSTA Trust. We take you through a program called the High School Diploma Equivalency Program. We teach you to read from 0 all the way up to CXC. There are individuals who would have come to us with absolutely no foundation, and we take them from 0 to where they're passing CXCs, they're passing City and Guilds. That is what I mean when I say that the Heart NSTA Trust can touch and has touched, right, has the potential actually to touch every Jamaican. That is what we are about. We're about human development. And that is why we believe in the TVET ecosystem, all the way from early childhood up to the grave.
Got it. Are there any programs coming out soon that you're particularly excited about?
I am particularly excited about quite a number of programs that we offer, certainly the ones in the area of digital transformation, because that is really where we are going now as a trust. We would have invested quite a lot in our Vertex 360 technology to ensure that our welders, are operating at the highest levels. We would have had individuals who would have had interest. I'm telling you, every day we get interest from industry in terms of different areas that they want to be trained in. Individuals are saying, I'm a grave digger and I've been digging grave for years. I need training in that. And before you think, why would you need certification?
Right.
But the thing
certification.
is, it is an industry.
Right.
That we cannot ignore.
Not just side work.
Not just side work. And so individuals are recognizing that whatever job they do, they can be certified in that job. It can become recognizable so that it does not become side work, but respected work. Work with dignity, right? And work with benefits. And when you are able to say, I'm certified in a particular area, an employer is more amenable to accepting you in their place of work. And that is what we're about. So yes, we are about the big stuff, and we're about the not so big stuff, and we're about the perceived tiny stuff.
Tiny stuff. Small question for you.
Yes.
Apprenticeships, is that a thing?
Apprenticeship.
So you leave with experience?
Apprenticeship is a thing. As a matter of fact, it is a big thing, right? Because we recognize that apprenticeship benefits both the employer and the employee. Okay. We place that individual into your organization. We ask you to do certain things for them. Take them through, teach them, show them how to lead, show them what the requirements are for high-level performance. We pay them whilst you are doing that. You are saving in that regard because we are providing that payment. We are even happier if you want to top up that payment with some support from your organization. But at the end of the day, they're getting that critical build-up experience that perhaps they would never have had if you didn't have such an organization as the Heart and NSTA Trust. And you are saving on your part in terms of your payroll, in terms of not really getting that risk, because we are protecting the trainee on another front. So it is very important that organizations really help us to work through these apprenticeship pieces. We are actually designing a model of apprenticeship called the Higher Apprenticeship, the Institute of Higher Apprenticeship at the Heart and NSTA Trust, to take individuals right through those industries such as manufacturing, logistics, and construction, as well as hospitality, because we would have seen the German model and we know that it works. And so we are very, very keen on advancing our apprenticeship portfolio this year.
Got it. Doc, we are almost out of time. In fact, I only have like 7 seconds left, but I can't leave without you saying directly to the audience what you'd like to hear, what you'd like them to hear.
Well, if you have children, give them that opportunity to experience heart. If it is that you're an older person and you want to upskill or reskill, come to Heart and NSTA Trust. For individuals who are out there who are not certified, but you have those skills, we will take you through our prior learning assessment to get you certified. Let us remember that the skills pay the bills, and so be smart and choose heart.
The skills, pay the bills, be smart, choose. Love it. This has been Get the Facts. And our guest was Managing Director of the Heart NSTA Trust, Dr. Tanisha Ingleton. Thank you for watching. And until next time, I'm Theodore Henry. Take good care.
Having water problems? Can't pay your bill? Well, 2025 is your year. The National Water Commission NWC 3-month amnesty is still running. If you've been disconnected for 2 years or more unpaid water bills, or you're a pensioner, eligible path beneficiary with outstanding debts to the NWC, the government is giving a financial reprieve. The NWC will write off the debt totally and waive your reconnection fees. Water is a priority, and the government is offering relief to get you legally reconnected. To check your eligibility, visit the NWC website at www.nwcjamaica.com/bill_query.
Big plans are ahead to boost the tourism sector, with a major push towards overseas advertising of branded Jamaica. Let's learn more about the Ministry of Tourism's budgetary allocations for the 2025-2026 financial year and how those funds will be spent.
2025 is the year set for the Ministry of Tourism to realize its targeted goal of 5 by 5 by 5. The ambitious goal set in 2020 is to have 5 million visitors on the island, earning the country $5 billion from their visitation, all of which culminates 5 years later this year. And with the ministry's achievement of $4.3 billion from 4.3 million visitors in 2024, coupled with the government's allocation of $16 billion for tourism enhancement in the upcoming financial year, this goal could become a reality.
Jamaica as a country has 30% dependence on tourism. So to build capacity to enable the richness of this industry to be appreciated and to be realized by the vast majority of the people of the region is at the heart of all our considerations.
The vision of the Tourism Ministry to be the engine of sustainable economic growth, backed by its mission to create unique tourism experiences, has been the driving force behind its success over the years.
What we do here is invite people to come to Jamaica to consume these wonderful products of our people, or if you would wish to say, products of our culture. That's what we do. And we invite them to do so at a price.
Work to achieve this feat once again will see 7.7 of the $16 billion budget going to the promotion of Jamaica as a destination to help boost the sector. Of the sum, $4.5 billion will go towards ventures involving overseas marketing. $2.2 billion has been set aside for the operational costs of the Jamaica Tourist Board, which is tasked with planning and implementing marketing programs. The ministry is aiming for 1.52 million cruise arrivals in the 2025-2026 fiscal year, and $433 million is earmarked to support this. Support of Brand Jamaica through growing meetings and exhibitions at the Montego Bay Convention Center will come in the form of $279 million. And Jamaica Vacations Limited, which has responsibility for ensuring adequate airlift capacity into Jamaica through partnerships and collaboration with existing and potential carriers, will receive $260 million to execute its programs.
Tourism represents a path to empowerment, job creation, poverty alleviation, and the preservation of cultural heritage. It fosters cross-cultural exchange, promotes tolerance, and deepens our shared sense of humanity.
And with this realization, $6.9 billion has been set aside for the development of cultural and natural assets. Of this figure, significant transformational projects that create business activities through aesthetic appeal will see $1.7 billion going to its cause.
And in the 9 years since we are in government, and since I'm minister in the second round, we have put 1.6 billion Jamaican dollars into 364 communities across Jamaica with spruce up activities.
$1.65 billion has been allocated for the development, rehabilitation, and maintenance of emerging resort areas, public beaches, road infrastructure, and squatter settlements in resort areas. A combined $970 million will address various roads. Resort town squatter settlements will get attention to a $407 million disbursement. The Tourism Enhancement Fund's Beaches Development Program is receiving $180 million, and emerging resort areas will be supported through a $100 million investment. The Tourism Product Development Company, TPDCO, will use $1.2 billion for its day-to-day expenses, and the Tourism Enhancement Fund will spend $964 million for its operations. The ministry will also provide financial support for small and medium-sized enterprises to the tune of $503 million. To ensure monitoring standards are maintained, $257 million has been budgeted. And public bodies involved in the training and certification of workers in the industry will receive $221 million. Establishing linkages between tourism and other sectors, especially agriculture, continues to be a major focus of the government. $178 million is allocated to support the linkages network in the ministry and thereby ensure more Jamaicans benefit from tourism. Tied to that are specific efforts to increase the supply of Jamaican products and $93 million is earmarked for this. $68 million is for activities involving the processing of licenses. To ensure all of this happens, the remaining $1.5 billion of the Ministry of Tourism's budget will see to the administrative functions central to its day-to-day operations.
These are the things that we're trying to do to ensure that we train, we fund, and we market.
The Ministry of Tourism, working to create unique tourism experiences that will transform Jamaica for the betterment of its people.
Lost receipts can mean big trouble during tax season. The Tax Administration Jamaica TAJ urges businesses to keep these records safe.
Most Jamaicans, from time to time, throw away the receipt. You know, you're doing a business and you bought some stock. But because the quality of each of those receipts fade quickly, they just throw them away. The tax department is advising that you are to keep proper books and records for tax purposes. So if it is going to fade, what do you do first? You would ensure that you either scan it, copy it, and save it in a format that it can be used for future use later on. At least 7 years, the Income Tax Act would put it.
We began the program with a quote from William Arthur Ward, and I think it's only fitting that we close with this one from the famous writer who also opined, "A cloudy day is no match for a sunny disposition," reminding us that it is our attitude towards the situation and not necessarily the situation itself. And with that, we've come to the end of today's program. To catch a repeat of this or any other, feel free to log on to our website, jis.gov.jm. Until next time, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.